Have you ever imagined completely transforming your home in just 1 week? Sounds impossible, right? But I'm going to show you a simple method that will change your life. It's the 30-30-30 method, and believe me, it really works. You know that feeling of looking at your house and not knowing where to even begin? Of feeling like the mess is winning and you're always running around trying to catch up? Well, this method was created precisely for those who feel like that. In 7 days, you'll see your house transformed, and best of all, without having to become a slave to cleaning. It's not magic, it's smart organization. The secret is in dividing tasks in a way that works with your routine, not against it. You'll learn to use just 30 minutes a day strategically. You'll discover how 30 simple movements can make all the difference. And you'll understand why focusing on 30 specific items completely changes the look of your home. If you don't apply this, you'll continue in that endless rush, always cleaning but never seeing results. But if you stay with me until the end, you'll leave here knowing exactly what to do each day of the week. And get ready, because your house will be unrecognizable. Shall we begin? Tip 1. The first 30 minutes of your day are sacred. You wake up, have coffee, and the rush begins, right? Well, that's where the problem lies. The 30-30-30 method starts with a golden rule, and it's simple. Set aside the first 30 minutes of your day just to tidy up the house. It doesn't have to be right after waking up. It can be after coffee, after getting ready, it doesn't matter. The important thing is that it's always at the same time. Do you know why? Because it becomes a habit, and when it becomes a habit, you don't even need to think. Your body does it on its own. In those 30 minutes, you're not going to try to clean the whole house. That's a trap. You're going to choose just one area. It could be the kitchen, it could be the living room, it could be the bathroom, but only one. And then you focus there, as if only that corner existed. Wash the dishes, wipe the sink, put away things that are out of place, sweep the floor. All this in half an hour. It seems like little, but when you do it every day, the difference is enormous. Because that room will never be truly dirty again. You'll always be doing maintenance, you know? It's like taking care of a plant. If you water it a little every day, it grows strong. If you let a week go by, it wilts. It's the same with the house. And there's another important detail. During those 30 minutes, no cell phone, no television, no stopping to chat. It's you and that area. Total focus. You can even put on some upbeat music to make the time pass faster. But don't get distracted. When you finish, you'll feel such great satisfaction that you'll want to continue. But don't continue. Stop at 30 minutes. Because that's precisely the secret. Do a little, but do it every day. Your brain will thank you because you won't be killing yourself. And your house will thank you too, because it will always be presentable. It doesn't need to be perfect, but it will be tidy. And that makes all the difference when someone shows up unexpectedly, or when you arrive tired and just want to sit on the sofa. The feeling of seeing that little corner clean every day will give you the energy to continue. It's like a snowball effect of good. The more you do, the more you want to do. And at the end of the week, you look back and think, wow, how did I manage that? But you did because it was little by little, without suffering, without drama. That's the power of those 30 minutes a day. They don't tire you out, they don't stress you out, and they work miracles. Tip 2. Do 30 cleaning movements and you're done now comes a part that seems strange, but it works incredibly well. Instead of thinking in terms of time, you'll think in terms of movements. 30 movements to be exact. What is a movement? It's any cleaning or organizing action. For example, picking up a cushion from the floor and putting it on the sofa is one movement. Wiping the table is another movement. Putting a shoe away in the closet is yet another movement. Do you understand the logic? You don't need to keep looking at the clock. You just need to count to 30. And you can count out loud. This helps you stay focused. It seems like child's play, but I guarantee you'll be surprised by the result. in 30 movements, you can tidy up much more than you imagine. The sofa will be free of that mess of cushions and blankets thrown around. The kitchen table will be clean and free of crumbs. The bathroom will be free of those towels scattered on the floor. It's amazing how small actions added together make a difference. And the best part is that 30 movements take very little time, sometimes 5 minutes, sometimes 10. It depends on what you're doing. But it's never tiring because you know you'll stop at 30. There's no feeling that it will never end. It has an end, it has a goal, and that's liberating. You're not adrift, you're in control. And another great thing is that you can do these movements at any time of day. Arrived home and have a few minutes before lunch, do 30 movements in the living room, just finished dinner and don't want to leave the kitchen messy. 30 movements and you're done. Waiting for the shower water to heat up? 30 movements in the bathroom. You can fit it into any gap in your day. And when you least expect it, the whole house is in order. Because you were doing it little by little without realizing it. It's like saving coins in a piggy bank. It seems like nothing, but at the end of the month, there's a good amount of money. It's the same with cleaning. It seems like you're doing little, but at the end of the week, the house is spotless. And you didn't even kill yourself doing it. You just counted to 30 several times. Easy, practical, and efficient. This is the clever way to take care of the house without becoming a slave to it. Tip 3. Choose 30 items to take out of circulation. Do you know that feeling that your house is always cluttered even after you've cleaned? The problem isn't cleanliness, it's the excess of things. That's why you're going to do a simple but powerful exercise. Choose 30 items from your house that you no longer use and get them out of circulation. You can donate them, throw them away, store them somewhere else. It doesn't matter. The important thing is that they're out of sight, because the more things you have scattered around, the harder it is to keep everything clean and organized. It's pure math. Less stuff, less clutter. And you'll see how much of a difference it makes. Start with the living room. Look around and see what really needs to be there. That pile of old magazines? 30 items. Those decorations you don't even like anymore. A few more items. That remote control that hasn't worked for months? Counts too. Start picking them up and putting them in a box or a bag. And don't feel bad. If you haven't used it in the last 6 months, you probably never will again. And even if you do, you can look for it later if you really need it. But I bet you won't even remember you had it. Now go to your bedroom, open your closet and look at your clothes. Do you have that blouse that doesn't fit anymore? Those pants that have been hanging there for years, that coat you never wear? All of that counts. Separate them and take them out of the closet. You'll see that just by doing this, the closet becomes more organized and it's easier to find things. And the feeling of space is wonderful. It even feels like you bought a new closet. And it doesn't stop there. Go to the kitchen too. Open the cupboards and see how many lidless containers you have. How many dishes you never use? How many old and stained utensils? 30 items is easy to count when you really start looking. And the benefit is immediate. When you have less stuff, it's easier to find what you need. It's easier to clean because there's not so much to take out and put back. And it's easier to keep things tidy because there's no room for clutter. It's liberating. You'll feel lighter just by doing this. And you can repeat this exercise every month if you want. There are always 30 items to take out. Always. We accumulate things without even realizing it. And when we take it off, the house breathes, and so do you. Hey, before we continue, if you're enjoying these tips, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos. And tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? I'm curious to know. Now let's move on to the next tip. Tip 4. Divide the week into specific areas. The fourth tip is about time management. You can't expect to clean the entire house every day. That's tiring, frustrating, and you'll give up before the week is over. So the secret is to divide the house into areas and clean one per day. Monday kitchen, Tuesday bathroom, Wednesday bedrooms, Thursday, living room. Friday, passageways like hallways and stairs. Saturday, outdoor area or balcony. And Sunday is a day of rest, or just for light maintenance, 30 movements, and you're done. When you divide it like this, it's much easier to manage because you know exactly what you have to do each day. You don't need to think, plan, or decide. It's already decided. Today is kitchen day. Then you go there and do it. Clean the stove, wash the sink, organize the cabinets, sweep the floor, mop. 30 minutes total focus. And the next day, you don't need to worry about the kitchen again. It's already clean. Now it's the bathroom's turn, and so on. Each day a different area. And at the end of the week, the whole house is clean. No rushing, no stress, no sacrifice, just organization. And there's another advantage to this. When you clean by area, you can do a deeper clean because you're not trying to tackle everything, just that part. So you can pay attention to the details, cleaning behind the furniture, dusting that forgotten corner, organizing that messy drawer. All of this becomes easier when you have time and focus for that area. And the feeling of finishing the day, knowing that that part of the house is spotless, is very good. You don't feel the weight of having to do everything. You did what you had to do. And tomorrow is another day, another area. And so you go on, without weight, without guilt, without tiredness. Just discipline and results. It's a simple method, but it works. And the best part is that it's adaptable. If your house is small, you can do 2 areas a day. If it's large, you can divide it into more days. The important thing is to have a plan, because without a plan, you get lost. And when you get lost, you give up. But with the 30-30-30 method, you don't get lost. You know exactly what to do, when to do it, and for how long. And that changes everything. Tip 5. Use the single box method. This tip is pure gold. Grab a box. It can be a shoe box, a basin, a sturdy bag. It doesn't matter. The important thing is that it's just one box. And during the day, everything you find out of place, you throw in that box. Just used a pair of scissors in the living room and they belong in the kitchen. Throw them in the box. Found a toy belonging to your grandchild under the sofa. Box. Found that remote control that was missing? Guess what? Box. And at the end of the day, or the next day, during your 30 minutes of cleaning, you take that box and put everything back in its proper place. It seems silly, but it saves an absurd amount of time because you don't keep going back and forth all over the house all the time. You don't keep going up and down the stairs. You don't keep opening and closing cupboards. You gather everything in one place and then deal with it all at once. It's pure efficiency. And there's another benefit. When you look at that full box, you realize how much stuff you accumulate out of place. And that helps you become more aware. You start paying more attention and putting things away right away. But until that becomes a habit, the box is there to save you. And you can be sure it will fill up, especially if you have children or grandchildren at home. But even if you live alone, it fills up. Because that's how we are. We use things and leave them to put away later. And later never comes. Then the house gets full of things out of place, and we don't even know where to start anymore. With a single box, you start with it. Simple as that. And the best part is that you can have one box on each floor of the house, if you have more than one. Or one in each main room. That way you don't have to carry the box all over the house. But the important thing is that it's always the same logic. If you find something out of place, it goes in the box. And at the right time, you put everything away, quickly, without stress. This method alone completely changes the feeling of organization in the house. Because you no longer have that pile of things scattered around. You have just one box. And one box is much easier to deal with than 1,000 things scattered. It's psychological too. When you see the mess concentrated in one place, it seems smaller, and it seems easier to solve. And it really is. Try it out and you'll see. The single box will become your best friend in the fight against clutter. Tip 6. Set 30 seconds for each decision. One of the biggest obstacles to cleaning is indecision. You pick up an object and start thinking, where do I put this? Should I throw it away? Do I still use it? And then you waste too much time. The 30-30-30 method has a solution for this too. You have 30 seconds to decide what to do with each thing. Keep it, donate it, or throw it away. 30 seconds, and that's it. You can't think about it any longer than that, because if you do, you'll freeze up. And if you freeze up, you won't clean anything. So when you pick something up, look, think quickly and decide. If you use it, put it in the right place. If you don't use it but it's still good, set it aside to donate. If it's old or broken, throw it away. Simple as that. And don't feel bad. Don't make excuses. 30 seconds and it's over. You'll see how this speeds up the whole process. Because what takes the most time isn't the cleaning itself, it's the decision. We get stuck thinking, oh, but this glass is a bit stained, but it's still usable. Or for example, this outfit is kind of old, but maybe I'll wear it around the house. And then you keep putting it off, leaving it, and the house remains cluttered. With the 30-second rule, you break this cycle. You decide quickly and move on, and you can trust your instincts. If you picked something up and your first reaction was, wow, I didn't even remember I had this, then you probably don't need it. You can let it go. And another important thing, you can't pick up the same thing twice. Once you decide, it's decided. Don't keep going back on it. Because if you start rethinking every decision, you'll never finish. And then the method doesn't work. You need to trust yourself. And you need to understand that making mistakes is part of it. If you throw something away and then miss it, that's okay. You buy it again, borrow it, find a way. But I bet that won't happen. Most of the time, we throw things away and don't even remember them later because they were things that were just taking up space, serving no purpose. And when you free up that space, the house breathes. And so do you. You feel lighter, freer, and the cleaning flows much better. So try it out. 30 seconds per decision. No more, no less. You'll see how easy and quick it becomes. And at the end of the day, you look at how much you managed to organize and you can't believe it. But you do believe it because you decided quickly and acted quickly, without hesitation, without procrastination. It's the recipe for success. Tip 7. Make a list of 30 quick tasks. This tip is for those moments when you have 5 minutes to spare and don't know what to do. Instead of grabbing your phone and scrolling through social media, you can use that time to do a quick household chore. But for that, you need a ready-made list. And this list will have 30 tasks that take less than 5 minutes each. Simple things, but they make a difference. For example, cleaning the bathroom mirror, dusting the living room shelf, organizing the sofa cushions, putting away the shoes in the entryway, wiping down the kitchen table, emptying the trash cans, watering the plants, folding the towels on top of the washing machine, organizing the cutlery drawer, cleaning the bathroom sink, sweeping the balcony, tidying up the magazines on the coffee table. Got it? They're small tasks, but added together they make a big difference. And when you have the list ready, you don't need to think. Just look, choose one, and do it. Quick, effortless, no messing around. And the great thing is that these quick tasks keep the house always tidy because you don't let things pile up. Got 5 minutes? Do 1. Got 10? Do 2. And so on. At the end of the day, you've done several little things without even realizing it. And the house is presentable. And it didn't cost anything, just those few minutes that would have been wasted anyway. Now they're being used intelligently. And you can leave this list in a visible place, stuck on the refrigerator or on a small board on the wall. That way, every time you pass by, you remember. Oh, I have a few minutes. I'll do a task from the list. And you cross things off as you do them. And at the end of the week, you do it all again. Because these are tasks that need to be done frequently. It's no use cleaning the mirror once and thinking you've solved it forever. You have to clean it again. But since it's quick, it doesn't feel like a burden. And when it becomes routine, you don't even notice. You just do it. And the house thanks you because it's always receiving attention. There's no moment of, wow, how did I let it get to this point? Because you don't let it get to that point. You keep maintaining it. And maintaining is much easier than recovering. It's like brushing your teeth. You brush every day so you don't have to get expensive treatment later. It's the same with the house. You do these quick tasks every day so you don't have to do a deep clean later. And it works. It really works. So grab a piece of paper now or open the notepad on your phone and make your list of 30 quick tasks and start using them. You'll see the difference in a few days. Tip 8. The power of 30 days of consistency. Now let's talk about something important. Consistency. You can do everything perfectly for a week and see results. But if you stop in the second week, everything goes back to how it was before. And then you lose all the progress. So tip 8 is about commitment. You will follow the 30-30-30 method for 30 consecutive days without skipping a single day, because it's in those 30 days that the habit is formed. It's when your brain understands that it's part of the routine, not something temporary. And when it becomes a habit, you no longer need to make an effort. It becomes automatic. You wake up and already know you're going to do the 30 minutes of cleaning. You see something out of place, and you already do the 30 movements. You look at the house, and you already know you need to remove 30 items. It becomes natural. And then you can keep the house always clean without suffering. But to get to that point, you need the 30 days. So do this. Take a calendar, it can be paper, or on your cell phone, it doesn't matter. And mark each day that you complete the method. Did you do the 30 minutes? Mark it. Did you do the 30 movements? Mark it. Did you complete all 30 items? Mark them off. And don't let a single day go by without doing it, because every day you miss breaks the rhythm. And then you have to start from scratch again. So even if you're tired, even if you've had a difficult day, do at least part of the method, even if it's just the 30 movements. But do something to maintain consistency. And you'll see that after a week it gets easier. After 2 weeks, you don't even think about it anymore, you just do it. And after 30 days, it's completely incorporated into your life. And then you look back and see how much has changed. The house is always clean. You're no longer stressed about mess. And you're not killing yourself trying to keep everything in order. You're just following the method. And the method works. But it only works if you're consistent. It's no use doing it for 3 days and stopping. It's no use doing it for a week and taking a break. It has to be every day for 30 days. And after 30 days, you can even be a little more flexible. But during those first 30, you have to be firm. It's your commitment to yourself and to your home. And it impacts your quality of life, because a clean and organized home changes everything. It changes your mood, your energy, even your health. So this initial effort is worthwhile. It's worth every minute. And when you reach day 30 and look at the calendar, you'll feel immense pride. You'll see that you succeeded, that you were capable, and that you can continue. Because now it's part of who you are. It's your new way of living. Before we continue, let me tell you something quick. If you want to have a clean, organized, and fragrant home without wasting hours of your day or spending money on expensive products, I've prepared a complete guide with easy homemade recipes, a weekly checklist, and professional tricks that really work. The link is in the first pinned comment. Now let's continue with the video. Tip 9. Involve those who live with you. If you live alone, this tip doesn't apply. But if you live with someone else, pay attention. Because a clean house isn't just one person's responsibility, it's everyone's responsibility. And if you're following the 30-30-30 method, but other people are making a mess behind you, the result won't be good. So you need to involve the family. And the best way to do that is to explain the method in a simple way and show how everyone can help. For example, you can divide the 30 daily minutes among everyone. If there are 3 people in the house, each one does 10 minutes. If there are 2, each one does 15. Or each person takes care of an area of the house. One is responsible for the kitchen, another for the bathroom, another for the bedrooms. The important thing is that everyone participates, and you'll see how much easier it is when everyone collaborates, because then you're not alone in this. You have support, you have partnership, and the house gets clean much faster. And there's something else. When people help with cleaning, they value it more. They stop making unnecessary messes because they know how much work it takes to tidy up. So it's educational too, especially if you have children or teenagers at home. They learn from an early age to take care of their space, and that's a lifelong lesson. But I know it's not always easy to convince everyone to participate. Some people resist, complain, say they don't have time, and then you'll need patience and firmness, because you can't do everything alone and have others just benefit. That generates resentment, exhaustion, and arguments. So it's better to talk from the beginning. Call everyone, explain the method, show the benefits, and divide the tasks. And if someone still doesn't want to do it, then you establish consequences. For example, if someone doesn't put their things away, you put them in the designated box and only return them at the end of the day. Or if they don't do their share of the cleaning, they lose some privilege. It may seem harsh, but it's necessary, because the house belongs to everyone, and so does the responsibility. And when everyone does their part, life becomes easier for everyone. There's no more fighting over who's going to wash the dishes, who's going to clean the bathroom, who's going to sweep the living room, because it's already decided. Everyone knows what they have to do, and they do it. No drama, no arguments. And on the weekend, everyone can rest peacefully, because the house is clean, and nobody had to kill themselves doing it. Everyone worked together, a little bit each day. It's teamwork, and when it works well. So don't try to do everything alone. Involve those who live with you and share the workload. You'll see how much easier, faster, and fairer everything becomes. Tip 10. Celebrate each completed milestone. The last tip is about recognition. You're doing an amazing job following this method. You're changing your routine, creating new habits, and taking care of your home in a smart way. And that deserves to be celebrated. So every week that you follow the method correctly, do something nice for yourself. It can be something simple, like having that special coffee you like, watching a movie you've been wanting to see, or even taking a walk in a place that makes you feel good. The important thing is to mark that moment, because that reinforces the habit. Your brain understands that it's worthwhile, that there's a reward, and then it becomes easier to continue, and it doesn't have to be anything expensive or laborious. It can just be a moment of pause, of looking at the clean house and feeling proud, of sitting on the sofa and enjoying that pleasant environment you created. That's already a celebration, and it's important, because we live in such a rush that we forget to stop and recognize our own achievements. We're always thinking about what's left to do, what's wrong, what could be better, and you forget to look at what you've already done, what you've already improved, what's already good. So stop. Look around, see how different your house is, how cleaner, more organized, more pleasant it is, and recognize that you did it with your effort, your discipline, your dedication, and feel proud of it, because it is something to be proud of. And if you want, share it with someone. Tell a friend, a family member, someone you trust. Talk about the method, how it's working, how happy you are with the result. Because when we share, we reinforce the commitment even more, and we inspire other people too. Who knows, maybe someone you know needs just that, a simple and practical way to take care of their home. So spread the idea and celebrate every victory, no matter how small it may seem. Because in the end, it's the small victories that build the big transformations. And you're on the right track. You're making it happen. and you deserve all the recognition for it. So, did you like the 30-30-30 method? I'm sure that if you apply these tips, in a week, your house will be completely transformed. And the best part is that you won't be exhausted, stressed, or suffering. You'll just be following a simple, practical, and efficient method. Remember what we talked about? 30 minutes a day, 30 cleaning movements, 30 items to remove from circulation. That's it. There's no secret, no magic. It's just organization and consistency. And when you get the hang of it, it becomes automatic. You don't even think anymore, you just do it. And a clean house becomes your new reality, not that impossible goal you never reach. And that changes everything. It changes your mood when you wake up. It changes the feeling when you get home. It even changes the way visitors look at you. Because a clean house conveys care, conveys well-being, conveys control over your own life. And you deserve that. You deserve to live in a pleasant, fragrant, organized environment without having to kill yourself to achieve it, just using your intelligence to your advantage. Before I finish, I want to remind you of something important. If you want to have a clean, organized, and fragrant home without wasting hours of your day or spending money on expensive products, I've prepared a complete guide with simple homemade recipes, a weekly checklist, and professional tricks that really work. The link is in the first pinned comment. It's worth checking out to transform your routine in a practical and economical way. So now I want to know from you, which of these 10 tips are you going to start applying today? Tell me in the comments. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe now and activate the bell to receive all the new videos, because I'm always bringing content to make your life easier. And if this video helped you, share it with someone who also needs this transformation. Let's spread this idea and help more people have a clean house without suffering. A big hug and see you in the next video.